The report which is occupying all the media coverage, and everybody, where everybody is talking about now, is about this lady called Seema Heather, who's come from Pakistan, run away from Pakistan to be with her love interest, who's Sachin. They met before somewhere, maybe Nepal, and then she decided she wanted to be with him, and then she brings along with her children, and now she's in India. So there's a lot of wide coverage on it. But my topic is not about Seema Heather landing up in India. It is what Pakistan is doing in Pakistan. Only because Seema Heather has come to India and she's professed her love for Sachin and now wants to be living with him as his wife, Pakistan has decided to, not decided to, Pakistan has started putting missiles on temples, Hindu temples, and being very, very brutal with Hindus as a minority. What does it take to become a state which is headed for ruins, or become a country which is headed for ruins? One, you keep doing non-stop violence, and second, you're always looking for an opportunity to do violence, and you don't appreciate the somebody who has a certain different lifestyle than you. I'm only talking to Pakistan right now, because Pakistan is also subjecting a lot of pain on minorities, not just Hindus, which is now picked up because of Seema Haider. I will tell Pakistan to stop, not to damage the temples, not to hurt Hindu minorities, and also overall minorities there. Christians are on decline, Sikh people are on decline. I don't know if there are any Buddhists in Pakistan or not. Going from the numbers when Pakistan was created, I had read this number in some report. It said there was 30% minority in Pakistan, and today that number stands at 2%. And the way Pakistan is headed, there won't be any minorities or different religion in Pakistan anymore. So it is very important. One, I tell Pakistan that what is the importance of a temple, Hindu temple, and then also tell them what is the importance of a mosque, of a gurdwara, of a church, and of a monastery and a worship place. And it's not okay to start putting missiles on a place of worship. And why they shouldn't hurt and damage minorities, and especially Hindu minorities, as if it's something very fun to keep hurting and abusing minorities. Pakistan either doesn't have brains or has lost it the long time ago. See, I am a spiritual heavyweight. If you already did not know about me or who I am, what spiritual titles I hold, you should check the description box to know my spiritual state of enlightenment across religion. Now I'm going to tell Pakistan why they should not put a missile or damage any worship place, whether it is a monastery, it's a Hindu temple, it's their own mosque or gurdwara and churches and so on. See, I'll start with the incidents which someone told me. He said only because there's a mosque near his house. Every once in a while he went to mosque, just to offer prayers and be there. Going to a worship place will eventually, to a heart which seeks God or is seeking divine, will find lot of attraction to a place of worship. So he said only because a mosque was close to his house, and he saw no wrong in visiting the mosque, he every once in a while went there to attend the prayer or just to feel the divine vibe. And he said one day in the dream, as he was ready to offer a prayer, I believe it's called namaz, as he's ready, it's a dream, so he may not be offering prayer in the real life, but in the dream he's ready to offer a prayer in the same mosque which he used to visit every now and then. He said, so the way they offer the prayer is everybody stands in a row and then they bend and then they, sit in a certain way. So he said, as everybody was ready to offer the prayer, and he was part of the line, standing in one line, and there was a line ahead of him. He said, few people just walked ahead in front of him and they joined the line in front of him. And he said, at that moment, one person, one of them, just turned back and he smiled at him. And he said, that person was Prophet Muhammad. Only because of my spiritual state and how much I understand about divine giving a visit in the dream and how important is a worship place, including the, holy scriptures and literature, I immediately knew he's telling the truth. All I said was, how did he look? He said he was little dusky, not very fair, not black, but little bit dusky, more towards the darker side. And he said he had a very warm smile. He said he just smiled at me. And I said, what was he wearing? He said he was in regular clothes, pant and shirt. See, at this point, a lot of people will say, but he could have never recognized Prophet Muhammad, because Prophet Muhammad came long back, walked long back on this earth, and there's no way anybody can recognize him or know for a fact that it is Prophet Muhammad. My answer to that is, when you get a divine visit, you get an emotional hit. Even if a person or a divine looks little different or wants to tell you that this is the person in the vision, you'll get an emotional hit and you'll immediately recognize that person. Some of you will say, what is that emotional hit? I can't explain that, or maybe I can. If I get to it, I can. But my recorder cannot take so much time of me explaining that emotional hit. But I didn't doubt it even once, because I have recognized people, not just divine, I have recognized people who look different in a different lifetime but look different now. How did Prophet Muhammad give him a visit when he's a Hindu man? You know how? It is how precious is the worship place. It is the emotion you carry to the worship place. How much respect you have for another religion, and how accepting you are of another person's lifestyle. That's how he got a visit from Prophet Muhammad. I am a Sikh by birth. I have got a divine visit from pretty much every divine in every religion. While I keep saying I hold the title of Mother Mary, I have had a divine visit from Jesus. I was in Goa, and in the vision, I'm looking at a wall. It's a white wall more like a fencing wall. And that wall just stayed in my vision. As I kept looking at it, I said, "What about it?" And I kept looking. So, in the vision, the time moves very slow. So, even if 1 second is going past, you'll feel like it's the longest time it's taking. So, in the vision, I may have looked at that wall only for very less time. But I felt like a very long time, and I remember saying, "What about it? What about this wall?" And as I'm looking at it, I saw a cross emerge from the wall. And I felt very happy that I saw a cross in the vision. And I don't even go to the church regularly, or I don't even read Bible. But it is the vibe, it is how much a church going people's energy is that I get this visit, divine visit. Because I'm very spiritual, I pick up this energy. As the cross emerged, I'm already very happy, and I'm already amazed how the cross has emerged from the wall. And as I kept looking at it, I saw the Jesus on the cross. His head was tilted to the right. And since I was looking at him, his head was tilted to the left. And I was shocked. Despite being on the cross, he had the most brilliant smile, the most warm smile on his face. Divine always smiles or gives you a smile in the dreams. If you ever see a person in a dream who smiled at you, with your eyes closed, you can just put a stamp and say this person is divine or holds a very high spiritual title. When that person told me that Prophet Muhammad smiled at him and it was a very warm smile, I immediately knew everything he's saying is true. Now I'm asking Pakistan, if India were to become like Pakistan and start destroying all the mosques, all the churches, all the gurdwaras, where will the divine go? Who will the divine give the visit to? Why can you not accommodate and live happily with the minorities? What is your problem with the Hindu temple? Are you scared you may get a visit from Krishna? Are you scared you may get a divine visit from Shiva or Lord Vishnu? What are you scared of? Do you not believe in divine? Why would you go around, bulldozing on Hindu temples or even Buddhist monasteries or churches and gurdwaras? Why would you do it? Here, I will like to tell you something. I had reserved this, I wanted to do this topic at a later point. But I will tell you, if you ever wanted to get a divine visit from any god, you will find it mostly at a place of worship. So if you damage and destroy the place of worship, you have finished that source of divinity. And these are very old Hindu temples. You shouldn't be playing around and damaging these very important religious sites and places. Look at what Taliban has done. The minute they went into Afghanistan, first thing they start destroying is Bamia Buddha statues, as if those statues were hurting them in some way. They could have definitely given them enlightenment in some way by destroying them. The so called, so very religious Taliban has finished that opportunity of ever meeting divine. Don't be scared of a divine visit and have enough brains to not damage place of worship of any religion. You completely disappoint me, Pakistan, with your nonsense and lack of spirituality. Now everybody will say, can you tell us which is that mosque where he used to go and then in the dream he got a visit from Prophet Muhammad? No, I will not tell you the name of the mosque. You can find divine on your own. I will not tell you the name. You fix your act and then maybe I will tell you the name. Otherwise, I will not. And this is what I want to tell Pakistan. You fix your act and then maybe you can begin a journey to spirituality in some way. And stop damaging and destroying the Hindu temples in Pakistan and Hindu people.